Hello everyone. Welcome to the Innovation Center of State PT Mela College, Vanita Vishram. Today we are going to learn about the vector analysis, and particularly in vector analysis we will talk about the vector multiplication. So this is Hardik Desai and we will learn today vector multiplications. So as far as the vector multiplications is concerned, first we will understand what is vector and what is scalar, and then after we will go for the vector multiplication. So you all are familiar with the your normal multiplication, but here we will see the vector multiplications. So let's say I have some number, so that particular number is the your scalar quantity, right? What is vector? When you add the direction to that number, then or to that quantity, then that is called the vector, right? Let's say in day-to-day life we use the two terms, speed and velocity, right? What is speed? Speed is simply you say that you are going on your bike with the speed of 50 km per hour. So that is your speed, but there is no indication of direction in that, right? But if you are saying that you are going at the speed of 50 km per hour in the north direction, so here you have included the direction also along with your magnitude. So vector is basically the quantity which will show you the magnitude as well as direction. So in normal cases, in normal mathematics, we do the multiplication, but that multiplication we multiply the scalar quantity with the scalar quantity. Let's say I am multiplying the 2 with 3. So 2 multiplied by 3, I will say it is 6. But that is the multiplication of scalar with the scalar. But what about the vector? If I want to multiply the one vector with the another vector, how can I multiply, right? So there are two type of multiplication of vector. So I will write here vector multiplication. So I will write here vector multiplication. Let's say I have two vector A and vector B, right? So vector A and vector B. This is how I denote the vector. So if I want to multiply vector A with vector B, then there are two type of multiplication is there. One is scalar product, another is vector product. So what is scalar product? If I multiply vector A with vector B, and if my answer is scalar, then that is called the scalar product. That means whatever answer you will get, in that there is no indication of direction is there, right? Let's say if I will do the vector multiplication, so I will multiply vector A with vector B, then there is a symbol of vector multiplication is cross, so I will say A cross B. So that whatever answer I will get, that will be a vector. So if I will multiply one vector with the another vector, and if my answer is scalar, that is non-vector, then that is called scalar multiplication of the vectors, right? Where this is called A dot B. Symbolically, I will write this A dot B, and if I will multiply the one vector with the another vector, and if my answer is vector, then that is called the vector multiplication, where it is denoted as A cross B. So in day-to-day life, in regular mathematics language, I will say that this is the dot product and this is cross product. Now we will understand this one by one and the properties of this scalar product and vector product one by one. So first of all, we will start with the scalar product. So as far as the scalar product is concerned, this A dot B can be written as AB cos theta. AB cos theta. What is theta? Here theta is the angle between vector A. Theta is the angle between the vector A and vector B. That is the smallest angle between the vector A and vector B. Let's say I will draw two vector here. Let's say this is my vector A and this is my vector B. And if the smallest angle between these two vector is theta, right? There can be a two angle here from here to here and another angle will be from here to here. But we have to consider the smallest angle. So smallest angle between A and B is theta, and that's why if I want to write down the A dot B, then it is AB cos theta, where your A and B are magnitude of vector A and magnitude of vector B respectively, right? So this is the scalar product of the vector. So what is the importance of this scalar product? Here, if I want to find out the angle theta, then from the scalar product I can find out the this angle theta. How? If I will take the cosine, let's say from this equation, if I will write down here cos theta is equal to vector A dot vector B divided by this AB I will take on the another side. So AB. So this cosine of theta will be given by A dot B divided by AB, right? So that is how I can find out the angle between two vector also if I am knowing the scalar product of this vector. Another useful significance that I want to show you here is, here this scalar product is basically the projection of one vector on the another vector. Let's see how. Let's say here I have vector A and vector B. Angle between the vector A and vector B is theta. If I will take the projection of this B on the vector A, then what will be it? So here I have taken the projection of vector B on the vector A. So in the direction of vector A, I have taken the projection of vector B. So what will be that projection? So if I will use the trigonometry, then this projection, that means from here to here, what it will be? This projection is nothing but it is the B cos theta. So here this A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. So I will again write here A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. So this A will remain as it is into B cos theta, right? So what is A? This is the magnitude of first vector, and what is B cos theta? It is the projection of vector B on vector A. So vice versa, if I want to write down this, I will draw the another figure here. Let's say this is my vector A, this is my vector B, and this is the angle between these two vector. Now I want to take the projection of vector A in the direction of vector B. So that will be like this. So this projection will come somewhere here, and that's why that is perpendicular projection that I have to take here. So here in this direction, this vector B is as it is, but what is this part? What I am indicating with this red line is, this is nothing but it is the projection of vector A on the vector B. So this part is your A cos theta. A cos theta. So if I will rewrite this equation, then vector A dot B is equal to, I can also write this as a B into A cos theta, right? So this is simply the magnitude of one vector, that here this is the magnitude of vector B, and multiply by projection of vector A in the direction of vector B. So basically this scalar product of two vector is again the projection of one vector in the direction of the another vector. So this is all about the scalar product of the your vectors, right? There are some properties of the scalar product of vectors, like it follows the commutation rule. What do you mean by commutation rule? If you will take A dot B, that will be equal to B dot A, right? That means if you will change the order of the vectors, then the value will remain same, right? While another property of your scalar product is A dot B plus C. Then you will get A dot B plus A dot C, right? This is called distributive law of the vector, right? There another is, if you what if I will multiply your scalar product with some scalar quantity. Let's say if I will multiply your m is some scalar quantity with A dot B, what I'll get is, I will get, either I can write down this as a m A dot B, or I can write down A dot MB, right? So basically, if I will add this, multiply this scalar product with some scalar quantity, then that will increase the magnitude by the order of that particular quantity of A dot B. So this is how, these are the all properties of your scalar product of the vectors. In the next slide, we will understand about the vector product of the vectors. But before that, one important quantity of scalar product that I would like to tell you here. What will be the angle between two vectors if their dot product is 0? Let's say if I have vector A dot vector B that is equal to 0, then A dot B is equal to 0, then I will have AB cos theta is equal to 0. And if my AB cos theta is equal to 0, this AB I will take another side. So I have cos theta equal to 0. If my cos theta equal to 0, then what will be the value of my theta? So theta will be either it is 0 or it is theta will be a pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2 or like that. So here in any case, so I can, in general, I can write down theta is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 5 pi by 2 and like that. So in general, this theta will be a 2n plus 1 pi by 2. 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Basically, what do I want to tell you is, if the scalar product of vector is equal to 0, then you can say that two vectors are exactly perpendicular to each other. So whenever you find that scalar product is 0, then vectors are perpendicular to each other, or vice versa. If somebody will say that two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then definitely you have to say that scalar product of these two vectors is equal to 0. So this is about the scalar product. Now Next, we will see about the vector product. So as far as the vector product is concerned, if I will multiply one vector with the another vector and my answer is the vector, then that is called the vector product of vector. Let's say I have two vector, that is vector A Let's say I have two vectors, vector A and vector B. If I want to take the vector product of these two vectors, then A cross B. This A cross B, whatever answer will be there, that will be a vector only. So, A cross B is equal to AB sine theta multiplied by some unit vector in the direction perpendicular to this, the plane of A cross B. Okay, that we will understand later on. Here, focus on this. So, magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, and sine of the angle between these two vectors will give you the vector product of these two vectors. Let us understand this in terms of directions. So, what will be the direction of A cross B? Let's say I have two vector here, vector A and vector B. They are in one plane, and let's say in this, in my palm, there are two vectors, vector A and vector B, right? Then what will be the A cross B? So A cross B will be exactly perpendicular to my palm. If vector A is here, vector B is here, and then the A cross B will be perpendicular to my palm, as you can see here. Now you will ask, sir, what is the direction of A cross B? So to find out the direction of A cross B, I have to use the right hand screw rule. What is the right hand screw rule? If I will move the screw as shown in this figure, here if I have vector B and here I have vector A and vector B, and if I will move this screw in the direction from A to B, that means we want to find out the A cross B. Then what will be the direction of A cross B? It will be towards your thumb, right? So that is why it is called right hand screw rule. If I want to tighten the screw, here you can see the screw. So from I want to go to A to B. So I will screwing this screw in the clockwise direction. From the downward side, if I will see, then I am screwing the screw in the clockwise direction. Here you must be seeing it as an anti-clockwise direction because it is inverted. So from A to B, if I want to go, then this screw will advance in the upward direction, and that's why direction of A cross B will be in upward direction. So this A cross B will be in upward direction. So what is this end cap? End cap is nothing but it is the direction of A cross B. So here in this case, this end cap will be in the upward direction. So this is the vector product of the vectors, right? I will show you how to carry out the vector multiplication of two vectors by one small example. Then after we will complete this class. Let's say I have vector A is equal to, there are three components of vector. X component multiplied by I cap, that is the unit vector in the direction of X. AY J cap plus AZ K cap. This is one vector. I have another vector is B, that is Bx I cap plus By J cap plus Bz K cap, right? If I want to multiply these two vectors, that means I want to carry out the vector multiplication, then how shall I do? So that is a very simple way. A cross B equal to, I have to keep these two vectors in the determinant. So the first row of the determinant will be I, J and K. What will be the second row? That is your first vector. So here first vector is A. So component of this A vector is AX, AY and AZ, that I have to keep in the second row. and third row is bx, by, bz. Now you all know how to solve the determinant. If you will solve this determinant, whatever answer will be there, that will be your vector multiplication. So your answer will be your ax, bz minus by, az. I kept, what will be the second term? Second term will be, here I will write, I have to keep minus because this is j, ax, bz minus bx, az j cap. Third is plus ax, by minus bx, ay k cap. So whatever final answer you got, that is also in terms of I, j and k. So vector product of vector multiplication is the vector only. Okay, so that's it from today. Thank you everyone. Kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for the regular notification of this kind of informative videos. Thank you everyone.